All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving our praises to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, whom the world ignorantly called God, through His Son, Yahweh Shah, whom the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, and through the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, shall call Allah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well, who taught us this truth through the Spirit, and Shalom to the Akim that labor in this gospel in truth and in sincerity. All right, Shalom. I just powered thumb back with another lesson. In this lesson, I want to get into why so much war talk, all right, in the news. Every day you turn on the news, you see nation going up against nation, this kingdom rising up against this kingdom. You see different nations like Iran and Israel going against each other, all right, having proxy wars with different nations. All right, you see proxy wars everywhere. You see Syria trying to get different nations out of their country that's allied with America and Israel. And all this war talk, you see Russia, China teaming up against America, and Iran against America, Turkey against America. Are you so much war talk? This we are in the last days. All right, this was promised to happen. This is Matthew 24:3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privily, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the signs of thy coming? So they asked, What shall be the signs of thy coming and the end of the world? So Yahweh Shah, whom the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, is going to give you the signs of his coming, all right, when he's about to return, and the end of the world. And they was asking, when shall the end of the Roman world be? All right, verse 4. You look up that world right there is going to be eon. All right, eon is age, right? Rulership. So let's go to this Bible. Um, Matthew 24 and 4. Yahweh shall answer. Yeah. Yahweh shall answer and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ or the anointed, and shall deceive many. And you do have many individuals saying that they are followers of the anointed, that saying they have been anointed to preach the gospel. All right, even some claim that they are the God sent comforter, that they are the anointed. All right, which is pure madness. And he shall deceive and shall deceive many. All right, and many people are deceived. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, and we are hearing of wars. Turn on the news. All right, mainly your alternative media outlets like your RT America, your Dabu Sevens. All right, and you have other news outlets that report of what's really going on around the world. It's nothing but war, man. All right, it's nothing but war and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet, because after you hear these wars and rumors of wars, still things that have to happen. All right. So let's go to Zephaniah 3:8. And what's going on in the planet Earth is all the determination and the will of the Heavenly Father. Zephaniah 3:8. Therefore wait ye upon me, say Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey. All right, the Most High is talking to Israel, okay, telling the Israelites, who you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, the Most High is telling the elect of the Israelites to wait upon Him. All right, until the day He rises up to the prey. The prey are these other nations. All right, they prey on us, and they're gonna be the prey of the Heavenly Father in due time. Okay, the other nations, starting with the chief nation, um, Esau, Edom, which are the so-called white people. The Most High is going to rise up against him and destroy him, and right along with the other nations. All right. And the way the Most High is going to do this is by sending His Son Yahushua. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation. So Most High letting you know His determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. So the Most High is going to gather you nations. All right? And pour upon you His indignation and His righteous anger. All right? And all His fierce anger. All right? Don't sound like an all-loving God to me. But you people don't understand that the Most High is a man of war. All right? It's Exodus 15:3. Exodus 15:3. Yahweh is a man of war. Yahweh is His name. All right? The Most High does love the nation of Israel, but He's a balanced power. The Most High is a man of war. He is for war, and that's where He's going to gather these nations. That's why these different nations around the world are beefing with each other, because ultimately the Most High want to gather these nations all in one place. All right, so He can judge them by His Son Yahushua. All right, through His Son Yahushua, the angels. All right, in the man of the Lord. This is Joel 3rd chapter, verse 1. It says, "Behold, in those days, in the last days, and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem." So the Most High is going to turn back the captivity of Judah, the southern kingdom, and Jerusalem. All right, the northern kingdom. So in the time that the Most High is taking away our captivity, which He's doing now, and it's all happening through the Word. Um, the starting with the men of the Lord, getting the understanding of the Word, going out on the highways and the byways, and gathering up the elect. All right, through preaching. That's happening right now. So in this time, the Most High is gonna. I'll continue reading. Verse 2, I will also gather all nations. So in the time that the Israelites are being gathered by the Word, the Most High is going to gather all these nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. These nations, they're not going to be brought in the valley of Jehoshaphat by the Word. They're going to be brought to in the valley of Jehoshaphat for war. All right, they're going to be gathered for war. The valley of Jehoshaphat is in the Middle East. All right, between the Red Sea and the Euphrates. All right, over there by the Gulf. Jehoshaphat means Yahweh's judgment. All right, there the Most High is going to judge the nation for the wickedness. All right, and will plead now in for their wickedness, for disrespecting Heavenly Father's name, and for putting His chosen seed, His chosen nation, in slavery. All right, it says, and I will plead with them there for my people. There you go. All right, but the Most High is going to plead our cause. We don't need, all right, no reparations. It says, I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. All right, and we were scattered through slavery. It's going to get into it, but I'm going to jump down to verse 9. Joel 3:9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. So who's proclaiming this? The prophets. All right, among the other nations, and telling them, prophets of the Heavenly Father, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I'm strong. So plowshares and pruning hooks are tools that's used to grow crops. All right, plant the crops. All right, cultivate the crops. But they're beating their plowshares and the pruning hooks swords and spears. You see that happening right now. All right, they taking the money that they will use in the budget of their agriculture and they putting it towards building up their military. Okay, verse 11. It says, "Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather together round about. Thither cause the mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Let the heathen be awakened, and the mighty ones are the angels." All right, the Most High is gonna have the angels to intervene within this third world's war. Okay, in the scriptures, all right, I believe in Revelation the 11th chapter. Let's see, chapter. Let's see. Yeah, Revelation 11 and 14. It says, "The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly." The third woe is the third major war. All right, the third world war. All right, it's coming quickly because it hasn't happened. A major war. This third world war is not too far off from the second world war. All right, it's Revelation 11 and 15. And the seven angels sounded, and there were great voices in heaven saying, "The kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord and of his anointed, and he shall reign forever and ever." And the Most High is going to, by his son Yahweh Shah, going to take down these kingdoms. All right, what does that sound like? That sounds like, Salakia. Sounds like Daniel 2 and 40. It says, "In the fourth kingdom," which is, if you read this chapter, is going into the Roman Empire, which we are in the Roman Empire right now. All right, which is America, the pagan Roman, the so-called white people ruled. All right, it fell. The scriptures say that it was going to fall. All right, and stay down for 1,000 years. But after 1,000 years, the deadly wound would be healed. All right, so now we have America. Okay, America is a part of the fourth kingdom. It says, "And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron," which is the military. Okay, with NATO. Okay, so this fourth kingdom is back with NATO and the EU, and America is part of NATO. All right, and America controls pretty much everything. Okay, that NATO and the EU does. It says, "And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron." The military for as iron breaking in pieces and subdue all things, and as iron that breaketh all things shall it break in pieces and bruise. And you've seen that, all right. You've seen that with America, all right. All they do is go into different countries and they break in pieces these different nations and they bruise them, all right. And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes part of potter's clay, which is the EU, and part of iron, all right, which is the military might, the kingdom should be divided. All right, you see that right now with the situation with the Brexit. These different EU nations, they are they are not with the plans of America. All right, they not seeing eye to eye. And you have Britain, you have what is it, Germany. They want to get out of, all right, the EU. So that's the division right there. It says, and then you have these other nations like Greece, Well, I continue to read it. It says, but there should be in it of the strength of the iron, the military fast. Thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay, and as the toes of the feet were part iron and part of clay, so the kingdom should be partly strong and partly broken. All right. So you see, it's partly strong with the military might of NATO and the EU, but it's partly broken because these nations in the EU they want to break up. All right, and also they weak. They financial. All right, situation is weak right now. All right, financially they're not doing so good. Verse 20, verse 43. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men. Yeah, you see how these different nations, mainly in the EU, mainly in Europe, they are mingling themselves, all right, with each other. But they shall not cleave one to another, even with these different agreements that they making, all right, with America. They just not, it's not working out, all right. We see like the Brexit is a good example, but you have other things going on in the news where you have these different leaders talking about America, and they don't agree with the decisions that America is making. All right, especially what's going on with Iran right now. All right, and America trying to demonize Iran so they can make war with Iran. These European countries, they don't agree with America. All right, so they have division amongst each other. In our Lord Yahushua said, a kingdom that's divided against itself cannot stand. The Most High is going to send His Son to take down these kingdoms. All right, in the middle of World War III, it says, even as iron is not mixed with clay, and in those days, and in the days of these kings, shall the Most High of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. That's Yahushua kingdom. And the Israelites, all right, starting with the elect, are joint heirs with Him in His kingdom, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. All right. So that's the Yahushua kingdom. All right, it's going to stand forever, man. So going back to Joel 2, what was I at? Let's see. It was Joel 3. Salakia. Joel 3 and 11. It says, assemble yourselves and come all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about, thither cause the mighty ones to come down on Yahweh the angels, and let the heathen be awakened, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I set to judge all the heathen round about, put in the sickle. And that's what Jehoshaphat means, judgment. Yahweh's, the Most High's judgment, Yahweh's judgment. All right. Put in a sickle. A sickle is a instrument of gathering in. All right. The harvest. It says, for the harvest is ripe. Come get ye down, for the press is full. The fat overflow, for the wickedness is great. You know, Most High, it's time for these nations to be taken out of power, because the wickedness is great. All this madness, all right, that's going on. These nations are completely against the Most High creations. Mainly Esau, they have to be taken out, man. All right? Against his people, against his creation, against everything that's just and right. The multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of Yahweh is near in the valley of decision. And this is called the battle of Armageddon. All right? Not the bull that Esau talks about, but the battle of Armageddon, Armageddon in the Hebrew, is a valley of troops. See, the Most High is gathering up these troops for war, man. That's just it. And there, the Most High is going to use these nations to shoot missiles at each other. All right, and mainly at America, Babylon the Great. And America is going to be totally destroyed. All right, and Allah Yahushua with the angels gonna come from the east to the west, taking out these nations and delivering his elect. So Lord willing, this lesson.